Hey guys, just wanted to make a quick video because I just got in my custom Warrior sticks. Uh, this is the Warrior M1 Pro Plus. Yeah, I just had a brain fart there. Yeah, Warrior M1 Pro Plus. So I already did a video. I had a stock Warrior M1 Pro Plus, and I already did like a review video on that. So this is just literally to show you my custom sticks that came in, and then I'm just gonna do a little bit of an update on what's going on with the M1 Pro Plus stick. So this is my custom stick. It's navy with red and sport gold, same colors I use for my gear, my main set of gear. So this is the front, and this is the back side of it. I think it looks really good. As you can see, it has this like matte finish to it. Other than just right here where the grip is, it's like glossy, but other than that, the rest of it has like a matte finish to it, and I think it looks really sharp. I think this looks better than any other stick I've ever owned personally. I mean, of course, it's all subjective, but so the difference between this custom one and the stock one I had is really, I mean, as far as like the curve is the same, the size is the same, it's really just the color. I got the custom color. But the other thing is, so with the stock one, so this was my stock one that I did the review on. I don't know how good this shows up on the camera, but so this didn't have paint on it. This isn't considered paint or whatever. This is just the carbon fiber, whatever, composite, whatever you want to call it. Not carbon fiber, the composite material, whatever. That's just what this is. So like stock, it'll come with this material look to it. I think they have like two options where it's called either black or like smoky or charcoal is the other option. To me, they look very similar. It's not really much of a difference, but I guess, so like the thing behind that is basically that it lessens the weight a little bit, because they tell you when you order custom that when you get it painted a color like how I did, it adds 30 grams to it. I mean, whatever. So I guess they don't want to put paint on it, and when you don't put paint on it, they basically can get like two colors out of it. Like I said, this, and then there's like a smoky or charcoal one. I forgot exactly what it's called. So it's still like a matte finish to it, like I showed you in my new one, right? Except it also has like a different texture to it because of the weave here, right? It's got this weave texture. Now, I found in using this, I've been using this for a while now, that this stick holds up really well, and the this finish on it, or just the weave material, like it doesn't chip, like there's no paint chips or anything like that. Like there's some scratches, because like there's, like I think on this side you see some scratches, but that's like from skates or something like that. It's not, but it's not like what you would have experienced with like some of the older composite sticks where just the puck hitting it will cause paint chipping, right? And you know, it's just a cosmetic thing, but eventually it starts to look ugly, especially when a lot of paint, whatever, chips off. But this has held up really good, the stock one that I got. Like I said, any like little damage or whatever, scratches, it's either just like puck marks, which, I mean, you can't avoid that. A puck hits something, it's gonna leave the black mark. It's either puck mark or like some kind of scratch or cut from a skate. Not cut, but like a scratch from a skate. But there's no like chipping as far as like the paint or whatever colors on it. So it's held up really well. And like I said in my original video with this, it's just a very like secure, rigid stick. Like you can tell, it just doesn't feel flimsy, right? Not that, you know, like I had the V1 Pro Plus, not that that felt flimsy, or like some other ones I felt like the Bauer. It just feels more rigid, more rugged. Like it feels like it could hold up better to things. And if you saw my review video on it, I mentioned, I said that it's like a stiff flex. I want to kind of clear that up a little bit. So it is like overall a stiffer stick than say the V1 Pro Plus, at least how to me it is. But it has like a specific flex point, and apparently this like area here is supposed to be like the flex point. So, I've mentioned this in past videos, I'm not much of a puck handler at all. I'm pretty shitty at it, actually. I do the bare minimum. So like anything to do with puck handling as far as a review for a stick, I'm not really the greatest person to talk about it. So, you know, I mentioned like the flex was kind of stiffer on this, but it does have this flex point, and like the more I used it and the more I like looked into info about this stick and like saw other people's reviews on it, you know, and they were mentioning that it has a flex point here. So it's sort of like I guess the idea of it is that it's more rigid or stiff in the rest of it, but that combined with that flex point, apparently it allows you to shoot it a lot harder, better. Again, I've said it before in the review for this, to me I didn't notice a difference as far as shooting it harder, better, because no stick I've ever used, I've noticed that really. I feel like my stick handling is so inconsistent, and it doesn't matter what stick I use. So to me, I don't notice it, but I guess people who are better puck handlers have said that you know, they've noticed with this stick that improvement in the like harder shot, quicker, or pass, you don't really shoot, but harder, quicker passes with this. And I guess, like I said, it's a combination of that stiffer stick, but with that flex point. Whereas to me, I felt like the V1 Pro Plus had just more of an overall flex to the stick, like a more bow to it when you would put pressure on it, where this has a more localized like point that flexes to it, while the rest of the stick stays kind of more rigid. So again, this is the custom one I got. I really like this stick. Then again, I really like the V1 Pro Plus too. I think that's a good stick too. I think it, you know, kind of comes down to maybe just a little difference in the feel. Like I said, this feels a little more rugged, stiff, whatever, and just kind of which one you prefer as far as aesthetically. You know, they look a little different. But I think they're both really good sticks. Also with this stick, I just feel like it's very, again, this goes with how it's a little more, you know, I just keep saying rugged, but I don't really know how else to say it, but it just seems more secure. I'm struggling to find the words here, but, you know, and that goes with like vibration dampening, that kind of stuff. Like it doesn't have that old composite feel that a lot of sticks had, and a lot of people used to complain about it. I mean, overall, the industry in general has improved with the composite sticks not feeling that way anymore. I mean, some still do, and it, you know, varies with brands and models. I feel like Warrior is, if not the best, one of the best is with getting rid of this stick vibration kind of thing, and making it feel a little more like a foam core as far as like how secure it feels when something hits it, how it feels in your hand. And I feel like, I thought the V1 Pro Plus did a good job with that, and I feel like this one even steps it up a notch a little more. Like it just feels real solid when something hits it. You know, there's no vibration, doesn't feel like, you know, the stick's gonna break or flimsy in your hand. It feels super solid, and at the same time, this is lighter than the V1 Pro Plus, and about the second lightest stick on the market, I believe. I know the Bauer Ultrasonic stick is lighter, but it's about like the second lightest stick. Either way, it's ridiculously light, and yet it's very, you know, secure feeling, and you know, I mean, I haven't had it that long, obviously, but there's no issues as far as quality of it, or breaking down, or having any kind of cracks where it looks like it's going to break, whatever. So far it's holding up really well. Like I said, you're not going to do anything about puck marks, or like if somebody's skate hits it, you can't help it. It's part of hockey. But I really highly recommend this stick. I like it. Like, and you know, if you want to go custom, I think the custom option looks really good. Like I said, just be aware, they say when you use paint, as an option for custom, it adds apparently 30 grams or whatever. It's not really an issue for me. I don't really care. But you know, you don't have to use paint if you go custom. I mean, you could still use the weave, the composite weave as a base, and then just tell them to put the logo as a specific color or whatever. But I wanted to completely match my set. If you want to see the new set, I did like an unboxing kind of initial thoughts video on it, so go watch that. very soon I will be doing a actual review on the Vaughn V9 set I just got. I'm really loving it so far. That's all I'm gonna say right now. You know, I'll save it for the actual video on that, but I'm really liking it. I'm really liking this stick. I've been getting a lot of compliments on just the whole setup, this stick, the rest of the set, just everything all together. You know, people saying it looks sick. So again, subjective. Maybe you don't think it does, and whatever. But yeah, so Warrior M1 Pro Plus stick would be a high recommend for me. But like I said, even the V1 Pro Plus is a good stick too. So maybe if you can get a deal on that, maybe just that is what makes you go with it. But either way, I don't think you can go wrong. I think Warrior makes really good sticks. Yeah, so that's about it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.